Katie.
I'm Laura.
We are the Black Needle Society. We are here for day 13 slash the wrap up for
Ooh.
Stitch October.
And I'm going to leave this on today because it's my candy corn scrunchie. We're just creeping it real.
So we're gonna go through. I'm not doing. I have an order, but not the order that I stitched on things. I don't know about you.
Mine are in order just because I put them in a bag.
Okay.
And so they were in the order I did them. I don't know what prompt they fulfilled.
Okay.
That's all down below though, right?
Yes. So if you want to know what prompt our projects fulfilled, check out comment or not comments, check out the caption below. But yeah, I pulled all of my new starts to show first. And then we'll go into projects that I had previously started and put some stuff in on this year.
Okay.
So
you want me to start?
Yep, you've been starting for the whole time.
Okay. My first one was Jumping Cat from Dames of the Needle, and I know that this one was for Cat. And
I thought it was pumpkin.
No, it's Cat. And I got most of the cat outlined and part of the tail filled in. So he is huge. That's what I know. I thought I would finish the whole cat this year.
Speaking of jumping cats.
Yeah. No, not a thing. It was not getting finished.
I started Hallow Sampler by the Primitive Needle.
I love this one.
And this was my big start this year.
And this was the fabric that we sent in last year's
treat box. The vintage Halloween box. This was Spooktacular by Be Stitch Me.
It's beautiful. My next one was Quaker Crow from the Work Basket. And this one I had an epic fail on because I did not put enough spaces in between these rows when I previously stitched them. So I did make a little forward progress, but I also had to pull some stuff out so that I can figure this one out. So that's what that looks like. And this one was for Crow or Blackbird.
I think, yeah, Blackbird is what we did. Okay. One of my other starts was Bony Bunch by Plum Street Samplers. I was actually pretty happy with my progress on this one.
Do you remember what this one was for?
I think this was Skeleton. But I did this, like I said, this is a brand new start. So I did all of this during our Humans versus Zombies chat this year. So about 4 hours of working on this, and I felt pretty good.
We make pretty good progress during chats.
We do.
And we'd love to have you guys join us for our monthly chats that are through the Black Needle Society Facebook group.
Which, since we're in November, we can talk about will be on Black Friday and the Saturday following Black Friday. And if you ever want to know dates and times, it's in our newsletter that we send out on the first of the month every month.
You can subscribe to that on our website.
Yep.
So sounded like a blatant pitch there, huh? This one is Very Scary from Lizzie Kate. I can't remember what this one was for. Leaves. No, I don't know. Anyway, leaves are what I did on this one. I did those down there at the bottom. I finished part 1 and almost all of part 2. And I love the fun borders around. So that is that one.
My new start for a friend's birthday was Witch's Brew with by Needle and Thread. I need to get this spoon. There's this cute little spoon charm, and I've seen it in person, and it's tiny and it's adorable. And then I started it. This is also Be Stitch Me fabric. This came in a Halloween box a couple of years ago. So I got her apron. This is the steam that's coming off of her coffee cup and the little moon up there.
It's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get more progress in on this one.
One of my new starts this year, and I started it at the end of September with some friends, is Izzie Dekayen from Silver Creek Samplers. And I'm stitching mine on purple coneflower from Color and Cotton. And I was pretty happy with this. I put in the couple of days during our 13 stitches during our Haunttober and our 13 projects, and was able to get that far anyway. Oh, a cat just ran across our screen. There we go.
Then I was thinking I might keep working on this one since it's November.
Yes.
And it's just autumn. It's Emily's Bliss by Summerhouse Stitchworks. I didn't get to really put in a lot of work in on this one, so I would love to spend some more time on it. I just started on the border, but it's nice open weave fabric, and it's Gloriana silks, and they're so nice to stitch with. Like, this would be like a nice luxurious like kind of project to work on for November. Previously I think I had thought about working on Siren Cove because I did the Plum Street Turkey Bay a couple of years ago and had fun with that, doing all the turkeys on Thanksgiving. So I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll do both.
There you go. My next one is Orange Tree Sampler. I did this one for Owl because there's an owl up in the tree. This was a new start this year. It was one I had previously started just a little bit, like 100 stitches or so. So I managed to get the bottom border part in. And this is color and cotton fabric also. It is my fabric of the month, and I've been waiting to put this back in with it. It's Autumn Squash.
I also started Resting Witch Face by Hands On Design.
This is such a fun series.
It's not even, I don't think it would take that long to stitch up. This is what I did in like an hour or two.
She's had some really fun ones.
Yeah.
Because you did Resting Beach Face.
I had that one started.
Okay.
So yeah, and I think she has, I have Resting Beach Face. She also has like Resting Stitch Face, I think, for one of them. She did Witch and I think Stitch.
My next one is Nevermore. I use this one for fall leaves. They're under the big blackbird there. And I start at the bottom, so I am still down working on the border, but I got in most of this, everything in this row. I had one little part already done. So this is on 36 count feldspar from Picture This Plus. Some things I just know.
My next project, we are into the projects now that I had previously started, and I just put in some stitches this year.
Well, you should have just told them that was a new start.
So I'm going to insert a photo here for Midnight Magic by Stitchrovia. And this is where I got this year. I did not put in a ton of progress this year.
Folded in, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I was going to say folded in half.
I just lost some stuff out of my project bag. I'm hoping that's it. See, this is why you don't pick up project bags unzipped. Okay, so there you go. It's the light colored letters down there below. Everything
really cool.
Is what I got in. This has been a busy year. I feel like normally, like some of my projects, I'm like, oh, I didn't get a lot of time on them. And some of them are like, yeah, I spent a whole night. I spent 2 days on them. Like, normally there are a couple that I get like a lot of progress on. This was a busy year.
Yes. My next one, this was done for an event that was held here locally. And so she doesn't really have the real title on here, but I think that it's called Dark Night by Rosie and Me. And this is my prompt for Haunted House. And I got all of the brick stuff done on the house and the roof. That was a good productive
evening.
Yeah. And this one is on Picture This Plus fabric, also Arctic.
My other project that I have to insert a photo for here is the Frosted Pumpkin Stitcheries Halloween wreath. And I did not make great progress this year. I think I finished outlining the bow with that
the dark color.
No, the bright purple, or like not the light one, like the medium purple.
Okay.
I finished outlining, so now all I have to do is fill that bow in, and I filled in the center bit there, and I filled in the basically all of the medium purple is what I filled in this year. Let's simplify. So there you go.
Fun. Okay, my next one is from the Sisters book by Blackbird Designs, and it's At First Cock's Crow. Oh, come on. I even have the page marked. It's just been flipped over here. And it looks like this. This was my one for acorns because we're calling that border there right above my finger, we're calling those acorns. That's what we think they are, and we're sticking to it. This one, I just did some border work. I did all of the black stuff coming up this side, including the things inside the border. So it was pretty good.
My next one is Wicked Stitcher Society, which was actually the first one I worked on for the month. I do remember that.
Love that one.
I thought I was gonna finish this one and I just didn't. It took me a lot longer to do the Stitcher lettering than I thought it would.
And you need to see, huh?
Yeah, that's a moon up there. It's in a
Okay.
different color, which is why it's not.
I
Yeah,
knew there was something different about it, but
there's still a decent amount of the orangey color left to put in, and there's a lot of gold left to put in, and then there's a couple of small bits of other colors. But
oh,
yeah, it's getting close. It's getting to the point where it looks very close to the cover image.
is that the color of her hair?
Yeah.
Is that the orange of her hair?
Yeah.
That's what I said, oh, about. I took a peek at the pattern again. So my next one is Another Year Creeps By Ink Circles. I really love this one. Has all sorts of crazy things. I don't remember what I did this for. Did we have bones or
I don't remember. It's in the thing below.
yeah.
It's fine.
I'm like, I can't even remember what it was. I am stitching this on 32 count wisteria from Color and Cotton, and it goes this way. Because it's 3 highs, so that's what I'm doing. I was happy to get all that in on the bones.
I worked on Jack's Bash by Plum Street. This is one that I kept seeing at our LNS all finished. And like since like August, I've been like, I want to pull mine out. I want to pull my oh no, even before that. Because I ended
you
up
took it to camp.
yeah, taking it to camp to work on. And our friends Jessica and Sarah had already been talking about starting it at camp. So it was kind of fun. I got to pull mine out and put in some stitches and they started theirs. But I finished doing the whole border.
And it met up.
It did. Finished doing the whole border around, and I finished this house, which is a lot more stitches than you think it is. And then I had a little bit of extra black thread on my needle, so I went down and did the first couple of letters in there. So there you go. I felt pretty good about the progress on this one.
That looks nice. My next one is Witch by Lottie Da. This was my witch prompt. And I'm stitching this on what I think was a Friday fight night from Be Stitch Me. And I got this beautiful purple 32 count linen. Love it. And I mean, the fabric is fabulous. It has, when I do something else, I will have all of those pinks in there too. It's really cool.
My next one is the Spooked Mystery Sampler from Lizzie Kate. This is pattern number 3. I am on pattern number 1. I'm just showing the whole piece because pattern number 3 shows all of them.
So we each had a Lizzie Kate.
Yes.
3-part mystery.
And again, I made pretty good progress this year. I actually think I could probably finish part 1 next year if I don't pull it out before next year. There you go.
Okay, and then I had Ichabod Seabury from the Primitive Needle, which I love this. It's just a gravestone and has the epitaph on it. And I struggled this year and didn't get much of anything done. I think I did the D, which I put in and took out and put in and took out right here. And I didn't even get the whole D because it was in the wrong place.
Okay. I worked on The Addams Family by Plum Street.
Da 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 da.
Um, and I already had the house done and I had the bats done. So what I put in, I put in the bottom of this star, more as like a counting over point. So that's why the thread is kind of weird through my fabric like that over there. And then I started going along with the branch to try and get the width of the project. And I'm actually really close. I think we're actually down to the like curving down and putting it in the pot down below point. So
Awesome.
yeah, it's not too far off.
Okay, my next one was my fall piece, and it's a new start for me this year. And this was my orange and black. I know that. It is, oh my gosh. I knew every time until I had to try and say it right there. Oh, it's by Seba Designs. Shades of Autumn. There we go. And I started on one of the inner borders, not that outside. I thought this one would make a good place to count off of for the rest of the piece. I think this is colored cotton fabric too.
I have a lot of Bee Stitch Me. You have a lot of color and cotton. I don't know.
We like them both.
We do. Um, then I have Ghastly Greetings by Satsuma Street.
I love this one
I
so
was
much.
pretty happy with my progress this year actually because it's dense. So I put in all of the spooky row here, except I already had the white stitches in where there's like little holes in between. I had the white in and that's it. So all the rest of it I did this year for spooky. And it's a lot of color changing, which is why I think it takes a little more time to do this one because she has like 5 to 10 stitches of some of the colors and then you switch and yeah, all the things. So yeah, I was happy with what I got done.
My last one is Boris by Plum Street Samplers. It's my companion to Olga. I always want to say Boris and Natasha. And actually, I've worked on this more than just the days that we had, because really I didn't get to work on it on the days that we had. So I finished the flower over here, and I got all of that work done on Boris. Um, it's all of the flower stuff is filled in, and I just need to do the black fill in behind there. And then I'll have the rest of the piece. I don't really think this one will take that long. I'm thinking that he may stay out in November and I may just keep going and getting finished.
We just have a full year of Halloween.
I did not know that would not be me. I did not have a finish in October. It's the first month this year that I did not have a finish.
You did have a kind of finish.
I did. I finished all of the cross stitches on Life After Death by Long Dog Samplers, and I'm going to spend November doing all of the back stitch.
And model stitching.
Yes.
And then finally, I worked on the Stitch Witch by Tiny Modernist. And then I had a lot of this done already, but I put in this button down here, and then I came up to the top and I put in the letters and the stars. This is the very start of the top of her hat. And I also put in, she's like a pin cushion right here, and that's a little threader. So I put in that black stuff too. There's like a little flower pot that's also in black that I thought about counting over to, but I just decided to go ahead and just start on her hat for a counting over point. So I'm
I
getting
love that cat.
I'm trying to decide, and this is next year's problem. I'm trying to decide if I want to start working on her because she's a lot of black, or if I want to just use this as a counting over and do the other half of the outside of her and kind of save her in the middle for the last little bit. So, but this project calls for like a crazy amount of black thread, and I'm tempted to just kind of do all of the outside stuff because then she's got some color in her, but I'd probably take a break from the black and do the color inside of her and then fill. So, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so the next thing up for us will be 12 days of stitching, which we do in the month of December. And we do some Christmas projects and some winter projects along with
Yes.
it. And I haven't decided what mine's going to look like yet.
Yeah, Mom, I would, if I had to put money on it, I don't think Mom is going to do 12 different projects because we got done with this and she was like, I'm done switching projects every other day. So I like to do that. I like to touch a bunch of different little things here at the end of the year. I think Mom likes to spend a little more time on it, but she wanted to do so many things for Halloween
Yes.
this year.
It's because I went through all of my whips and I just pulled things out and I had so many fun things that I was like, okay, I'll do 13.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens in December. Maybe the same thing will happen, but if I had to bet, I would say probably not. You're probably gonna do something, some different version for 12 days of stitching.
We'll see.
But I will do 12 individual projects and she'll do something else. And the reason I point that out is because really we just want this to be a fun, accessible stitching challenge for everybody. Whether you want to do 12 projects or if you want to spend 12 hours on a project during the month of December.
And it is called 12 days of stitching.
Yeah.
So if you just want to set that goal,
yeah, you could do
that you
12
stitch
days
12 days.
on one project, or maybe you do 3 days on 4 different projects. You know, whatever works best for you, whatever gets your stitchy bug going and makes you happy during the month of December.
And I have some things that are close-ish to a finish that if I put some serious time in, I could get them finished. And that would be awesome.
So we will be back before the month is out with a video showing you what we're going to do for the month.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's adorable.
We're kindred spirits here.
Yeah, I'm wearing her cat toy on top of my head because she messed with the pipe cleaners right before we started filming. So okay, I think that is it. We have got some work to do. We are packaging for the nice list and we're hoping to ship that. Well, we're hoping to pack that next week and ship it out hopefully Monday.
It's been fun checking in throughout the month, and we'll look forward to a month off.
Yeah. Well, except we're not gonna have a month off because we just said we're gonna have
to. But a month off from like all of the assigned stitching.
Yes. Oh, we should also say yes, this video is about a day late. Because Mom, if you can't tell, sounds really lovely. She woke up with a little bit of a head cold yesterday, and it was late enough when we were ready to start filming. It was super dark outside and we wanted to wait for the natural daylight to film. So we were like, it's fine. Like an extra few hours, we'll film, get the video up, and
will
it'll be
not
nice
hurt
lighting.
anything. Yes.
So happy Saturday. We have rambled and rambled.
Yes.
And we will
we'll
see
see
you guys
soon
later this month.